Hello and welcome. I'm Jacquelyn Mack. And even though this is the first episode of Courageous and Free, I don't want this episode to be about me because this podcast was actually created for you, with you. Many of you will probably even be on this podcast in the near future. Stick with the script. Welcome. I'm Jacquelyn Mack. And even though this is the first episode of Courageous and Free, I don't want this episode to be about me because this podcast was started with you in mind and actually created for you. It's no coincidence you found me or this podcast. Birds of a feather flock together, and you and I are a lot alike. I have had lots of success and some fulfillment, or with that came a trade of feeling guilty about being away or working too much or all the time, or worse, couple all of that and the fulfillment wasn't even sustainable. And I felt stuck and at times even a failure. I am a recovering perfectionist, so no wonder this pattern for me kept showing up, but it hasn't been for a while and it doesn't have to be for you. So I'm going to save you the storytelling, and I will include other stories in other episodes as they are needed. And if you want to know my full story, you can go check out the Cliff Notes over at jacquelynmackcoaching.com. What's most important is that I am just like you. And I know, not just logically, but know from real experience what it takes when it comes to awareness, activation, installation, connection, alignment, embodiment, so that success can be sustainable. You don't have to hit a level and plateau, right? All of the things activating real confidence and clarity to continue to live out all of your desires, no matter how successful or how busy life can get. Together, unlocking what it takes means and feels to truly have it all, to truly experience it all without feeling guilty or like you have to do it all. This is a safe and supportive space where busy business owners, corporate executives, entrepreneurs come to get clear on fulfillment, purpose, and what confident means to them, what level of confidence they even want to get to. And these episodes, this is a safe and supportive space where busy executives, business owners, this is a safe space, a supportive space where busy business owners, entrepreneurs, and even corporate executives go to get clear on what fulfillment, purpose, and confidence means to them. Once they're sick and tired, of course, of running on fumes, and hopefully they find this podcast before burnout. My genius and my superpower is helping high performers create new boundaries and beliefs that lead them back to their truest desires, whether they're escaping the 9-to-5 or falling back in love with it. In other words, I help people live their dreams like a boss with inspiration, the expectation of success, and the fearlessness to show up in their truth confidently while operating only from their zone of genius with ease, without apologies and no shame for wanting it all, and actually living and receiving it all with gratitude consistently. So after coaching many high performers, I can tell you that the thing people think has made them the most successful usually comes down to the one thing that is holding them back. For me, it was perfectionism and control, coupled with the hustle. I thought those things were the drivers of my success, but really they were the drivers of my burnout. And people with those personalities tend to think, I'll do it all myself. What I know and have really gotten to know to be true is that business is not just about the how. It's more about the who. Life and business are meant to be experienced together and with others. Who can help? Who can inspire? Who can show me? Who can show you, activate, coach, etc. And what you want to experience and what you desire to experience. Who is your who? Look at Olympians. They are the best of the best in the world, and they have coaches. They know what to do, but they still have a who. When you release the how and you're clear and confident on the what and the why, and you have a who, the how will become simple. A huge lesson on why I did a rebranding, actually, and a relaunch during the time this episode was recorded. Making it happen is still what happens in my life from those looking on the outside in. But it's not about making it, pushing it, hustling it. It's about declaring it, getting clear, and allowing it all in. You feel the difference there just in those words? Getting clear on what is blocking it, limiting beliefs, lies others are telling us, lies we tell ourselves that we believe, how we show up, etc. It's not about the hustling, the grinding, and the doing until we die. This was my greatest weakness. Make it happen, Mac. They called me. I was so proud of that title. It's what I did for myself and for others. But the cost was more than I could have thought or even imagined. What I mean is being present and enjoying the journey with intention and being versus doing, going, hustling, going, doing, planning, etc. My schedule was jammed packed with not just work and coworkers and clients, with friends and family who would always say, how do you do all of this? You are like the Energizer Bunny. Oh, wait, you are Make It Happen, Mac. Add in the childhood stories of not feeling good enough. Even early in my career, I had chronic procrastination or postponing. I didn't want to launch my coaching career until I had more experience, or I was a certain age, or another certification. Thankfully, I overcame those weaknesses, and they rarely show up in my thoughts or in my life anymore, period. Now, I can beat myself up and I can say my only regret in life is not figuring this out sooner and healing those limiting beliefs sooner because of the guilt I was allowing with so much time that gets slipped away. The one thing no one, not even billionaires, can buy back is time, not the last 2 seconds or day or week or year. We cannot buy it back. So we must get clear and own our confidence and live out our dreams, our desires that we deserve like a boss. Investing in self, investing in your health, and all the things that feel good and not just look good on your next social media post or on a resume. I am serious. Please let that last piece truly settle in. Your greatest assets are not that Bentley parked in the garage, or the multiple homes you own across the globe, or the multi-million-dollar business or businesses you've owned or sold, or the stock account. It's your time and your health. And if you don't have your health, well, I guess time doesn't matter too much, does it? So let's go to the leading number one killer when we talk about our health: stress. And the number one regret of the dying: I wish I had the courage to live life true to myself and not the life others expected of me. The stress of living a life to what others expect versus what you desire and expect. Emotional stress is a major contributing factor causing dysfunction in our systems, which end up becoming disease in our systems, or dis-ease, right? 2 words there: dis-ease, disease in the body. And sooner or later are diagnosed with one of the 6 leading causes of death, which are in the United States, like cancer, heart disease, accidental injuries. We're not getting enough sleep and we're overly stressed, right? Respiratory disorders, psoriasis of the liver, too much chronic drinking to escape the stress, and even suicide. Okay, enough of my soapbox. I will save this for another episode. As you can see, I'm very passionate about the health side, because without that health, what value does time even have, right? We're just existing, we're not living. So as you can see, I'm not afraid to talk about the things others don't want to say or won't say. This is why I'm here during this moment of time in this decade to help you and others like you. Our time and health is what truly matters. And if we don't, or if we're not, our time and health is what truly matters. And if we are not intentional with both our time and health is what truly matters. And if we are not intentional with both, we are being reckless with this gift we call life. What type of example are we setting for future generations? I know this is all scary information, and if we allow it to be, we can hope, right? That it will not be me, but I refuse to be that statistic, and I refuse to allow others to reactively be that statistics. You have to just have a little bit of courage to truly commit, not just hear about it and think about it, but commit. Like, what does it feel like to make your dreams, your desires a priority? How can you allow your actions as we speak louder than your words? That type of commitment. So I talk about courage and clarity and confidence with a lot of my clients, and many of them from the outside in are extremely successful with lots of confidence, possibly a little or a lot of courage, but they got off track from what they desired to fulfilling the wants of others. And over time, it sucked them back in like a bullet train. And they were no longer living out their dreams as planned, and yet living someone else's. Or they were living an amazing life and were super grateful, but no longer brought them joy. What they were doing, there was no fulfillment. Now, I don't know why Robin Williams or Kate Spade took their own life. And I'm not sure if anyone ever will really know, but I can tell you it had to do with at least one, if not many, of their desires and dreams not being fulfilled. And it's beyond sadness that it had to be, and it still is. It's sadness that never had to be. So we are either aware and feeling the suffering, or we stay so busy that the suffering is buried down deep until a bad day, or until a burnout, or until a blow up, right? Awareness is the key. Courage is the key. Clarity is the key. And if evaluated without shame, blame, or making someone else right or wrong, most suffering, the kind that is self-induced by choices and decisions, does not have to be. It doesn't at times. And we think it does. And we don't have to think that we don't have a choice. Because in the moments of real scary uncertainty, or even not so scary uncertainty, there is unlimited possibility. Some of the super fun, if we choose to see it that way, easy and exhilarating possibilities and opportunities lie on the other side of uncertainty. But you have to be open and aware to seeing them and allowing them in. Because when something is uncertain, anything is possible. Anything. Everything is possible. I will say it again. When something is uncertain, anything and everything is possible. Really let that sink in. It's the whole idea of the power of one. And I'll have another episode on this soon, but the power behind one thought, one teacher, one idea, one conversation, one book, one post, one wrong turn, one right turn, one moment in time. This is what truly makes me different for my clients that choose me as their one to partner with and work with. Our time together is super intentional in all areas of courage and confidence and clarity and awareness and energy, attention, intention, activation, embodying boundaries, protecting your energy, owning your self-worth. And when I say owning, like truly owning it so much that you feel it, energy and energetics is a vibe. It's a feeling, the feeling. It is the root of our being and ourselves and our soul. That's essentially all we truly are, right? Cells and a soul. So of course I have lots of experience with the business side of sales and marketing, operations, running your own business, and all those strategies will not work if the belief and the consistent aligned actions are not clear first, which is way more than just a life coach, right? Don't get me wrong, there are quite a few amazing life coaches out there. I know I have coached a few of them, but I am one of the catalysts of what's possible or have been told the sweet spot and accelerating or collapsing time during the clarity and clearing process, the manifestation of what you desire in life, the aligned action, and actually truly experiencing it sooner than later and not just someday when. It's not just a mindset and the positive stuff or fluff, though I tend to be an optimist realist. And there is enough of that out there in the social worlds, in the interwebs, that alone will not create sustainable change. That honestly is a great start, but it's just the very tip of the iceberg. So are you ready to live your truth? Set new boundaries, ditch the old stories of ways things have to be truly living a fulfilling life for the first time ever, or possibly even up-leveling your success from where it is to where it could be. Then what are you waiting for? Welcome to the podcast, and I cannot wait to read your reviews and to create the future episodes for you, because again, this is not about me. I know what to do, and I have found my who. This is and has been designed and created for you. Allow your day to be awesome, even if it means you have to cancel a meeting you weren't looking forward to, blocking extra time for yourself. I promise you won't regret it later. Give it a shot. Let me know how it goes. Life is happening for you or to you, and you always get to choose. So be sure to check out the next episode. The only things you can actually control, so that you can let go of all of the other stuff and things that you're giving so much power to. Remember, you are simply one thought, one belief, one decision away from what you next desire. So why wait? Sending you so much love. Till next time.